Hey, why aren't you assisting me with these preparations?
Huh? What's bothering you now? What exactly do you think I'm not helping you with?
I'm obviously talking about the wedding ceremony preparations. I mean, so much time has passed, and we haven't even chosen the wedding chapel yet. Didn't we agree to decide on the wedding location before summer? Time is running out, and we haven't accomplished anything.
If that's the case, why don't you just select a place you like?
Why do I always have to be the one making decisions? This should be a joint effort, not all on me. You need to help me decide on the ceremony venue. Come on, this is significant. You're playing games on your phone while we're visiting wedding chapels. Are you even invested in this wedding?
I don't strongly prefer any location. Why don't you go ahead and choose the best one? I trust your judgment and taste completely.
Oh, that's convenient, isn't it? It's so typical and irresponsible of you. You always leave everything for me to handle alone. It's like you're not even involved in this wedding. Remember, I was the one who initially said we didn't need a wedding ceremony. And you were the one who insisted, no, we're having one.
Well, it's better to have a ceremony. After all, everyone has a ceremony when they get married. It's the right thing to do.
Fine. If you really want a wedding ceremony, help me plan and prepare for it. I'm swamped with job responsibilities, and I can't do all of this alone. I've been sacrificing my time off for wedding preparations.
What? What are you talking about? It seems like you're pretending to be busy to avoid doing this.
I'm not pretending. I really am busy with work. Why can't you acknowledge that?
Alright, don't get so upset. Too much stress will age you prematurely and give you gray hair. You'll also get more wrinkles.
If that's true, dealing with you will age me by decades. I'll be marrying an old lady. Your apathetic attitude is really getting on my nerves.
Okay. I understand you're stressed and overwhelmed. I promise I'll pay attention and participate next time we visit a wedding chapel.
Don't just say it, do it. Actions speak louder than words. It's also disrespectful to the chapel staff when you don't pay attention to them. They work hard for our business.
What can I do about it? It's not my fault the chapel tours are so boring. You've been a bit high-strung lately. You know who I am and my personality. Why are you suddenly upset about things that shouldn't surprise you?
As I said, work is extremely busy, taking all my energy. I work overtime and come home late, leaving me no time or energy for this.
You've really become a career-focused woman. Well done.
I don't need your praise. I need you to share the burden. Can you take some responsibility for once? Please, help me with these wedding preparations.
Alright. I promise I'll consider the best place for the ceremony. Hey, you need to hear this.
What's going on?
I went with a friend to see a palm reader. And you won't believe what they said. They told me not to get married yet. Can you believe the timing? The wedding is so close.
Really?
Why the lack of interest? What's that supposed to mean?
It means you made a promise to me that you didn't keep, right?
Hold on a sec. Promise? What promise did I break?
I ended up choosing the wedding chapel all by myself, didn't I? You promised to go with me, but you only went to the first chapel.
Come on, I did go with you to one. Doesn't that count for something? Going to the first one should be enough, don't you think?
I clearly told you that it's not enough. You were supposed to go to all of them with me.
Well, I stopped going with you after you asked me not to talk to the planner anymore. You were jealous of the wedding planner, right? You were being overly dramatic. How obsessed with me are you, seriously? So possessive.
I didn't tell you to stop talking to the planner because I was jealous. I warned you not to ask her inappropriate personal questions. What are your measurements? Do you have a boyfriend? Your questions were offensive.
I couldn't help it. The wedding planner matched my preferences. She had a great figure, and her face was beautiful too. Plus, she had a really nice behind.
Give me a break. You were seriously checking out our wedding planner while we're planning our ceremony?
She seemed like she knows how to have fun. It probably wouldn't be hard to get her interested.
Can you please focus on the promise you made and stop being inappropriate? Besides, it's disrespectful to talk like that about the planner.
I really don't want to attend the next meeting with her. I can't help but notice her figure. It's not my fault for having eyes.
Enough about the planner's appearance. By the way, when are you getting me a wedding ring? It's been a few months since you promised to buy one.
Oh right, I completely forgot. Unfortunately, money is tight for me right now, so it won't happen this month.
Your finances are always tight. Some things never change, do they?
Well, I just got a new motorcycle, so I don't have much cash at the moment. How about you buy the ring for now? We don't need it until the wedding, right?
So, you're avoiding responsibility again? The usual, huh? Fine, do as you wish.
Please, just do me this favor. It's in our best interest for the wedding. Oh, and there's something else I need to talk to you about. Paying for the ceremony might be tough for me.
Weddings are expensive, that's for sure. But no wedding is cheap.
I mean, my savings aren't as much as I thought.
You said you had savings. You even suggested having a ceremony because you had money saved.
Well, I did have some money saved, around $700.
What? Are you serious? $700 won't cover a wedding ceremony.
I didn't think a wedding would cost this much. But it's fine. You have money, right?
So, let me get this straight. You left all the planning to me and expect me to pay for everything too? Is that what you're saying? If you never intended to help with planning or costs, you shouldn't have suggested a wedding in the first place.
Come on, you were enthusiastic once we started planning.
Yeah, but I didn't think I'd have to handle everything financially and in terms of effort. Seriously, can you help me with something? Anything. If you won't contribute at all, I might just call the whole thing off.
Relax. Don't get so worked up. I'll pay you back at some point, I promise. For now, let's pay for it and move forward, alright?
Really? Can I trust what you say? I'm starting to doubt everything you say.
Elizabeth, I assume you're probably at the chapel by now, correct? Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to the ceremony today. I've lost interest in going through with this whole thing.
Oh, is there a wedding happening today?
Come on, stop kidding around. Are you still half asleep or something? It's our wedding day today.
Huh. I have no knowledge of any such plans today. I'm completely clueless about what you're talking about. Why would I even consider having a wedding ceremony with you? That would be an utter waste of time and money. I canceled the wedding ceremony a while ago.
Wait, what do you mean by cancelled? But you've been diligently preparing for it all this time.
You forgot rather quickly. I warned you that I'd cancel the ceremony if you didn't help out. And you consistently refused to take any responsibility, didn't you? So, ultimately, I decided it's not worth the hassle and enough is enough.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You're saying you canceled it because I didn't assist with the planning?
Exactly, just as I told you I would. I gave you a heads up. You would have noticed the cancellation if you'd participated a bit in the preparations. But you lost interest right from the beginning, didn't you?
I've been busy lately, you know. You're not the only one with a busy schedule.
You're busy? So am I. I've been swamped with work the entire time. What's been keeping you so occupied? All I've seen is you goofing around. Tell me, what's been taking up your time?
Wait, what about your parents? Are they aware? Have you informed them?
I've already informed my parents that the wedding isn't happening.
So I'm the only one left in the dark about all of this?
It seems that way. You must not have talked to your own parents either, since you left all the invitations and communication to me. This is the outcome when you refuse to engage in the planning. But honestly, noticing this only on the day of the ceremony is quite ridiculous, isn't it?
I trusted you and left all of that to you.
You didn't leave it, you dumped it all on me. There's a distinction, you know. The invitations haven't even been sent out. So no one knows today was the intended ceremony day. Did you not mention the wedding to any of your friends? It's clear you're not invested in any of this, aren't you?
I plan to invite mostly friends from my hometown, so I did inform them about the marriage, but we hardly talk, let alone meet.
So, you don't have any newer friends you made here whom you were going to invite?
Of course I do. I'm just saying my childhood friends are the closest ones.
Didn't it strike you as odd that I haven't brought up the wedding recently? Sure, we haven't talked much, but still. You didn't even notice.
I thought you were preoccupied and stressed with work. You tend to get quiet when stressed, so I figured that's why.
Sure, that's the excuse. It's more like you're indifferent. Not just about the wedding, but about me too. It's not unusual to not hear from you for days. You're just not interested in me, are you? Frankly, I should never have considered marrying you.
Well, this whole thing is a hassle anyway. Canceling the ceremony isn't a big deal, right? Let's call off the wedding. As I said, I don't have the energy for it anymore. Although, it was pretty thoughtless of you to inform me about the cancellation just now. After all, I'm your boyfriend. Don't I deserve to know?
Yes. You're not my boyfriend. Not in any way, shape, or form.
What? Of course I am.
No, I don't consider you my significant other in any way. You're nothing more than troublesome baggage to me.
What are you talking about? We're clearly a couple.
Oh, we're a couple? Then let's properly end this relationship. For me, this was over a long time ago.
Don't be ridiculous. Why are you suddenly talking like this?
What, now you're saying you don't want to break up with me? You just said you don't want to marry me, right?
All I said was that the wedding ceremony is a hassle. And I don't want to deal with it. I didn't say I want to stop dating you. Just that I don't want to get married anymore.
What? Wow, you really are living in your own world. If roles were reversed and you canceled the wedding today, I would have broken up with you without hesitation, no doubt about it. To me, that would have been absolutely unforgivable.
But the end result is still that it's canceled, right? And you're the one who canceled it, so it seems like we both had the same idea. The truth is you didn't want the wedding either. Admit it.
No. I didn't cancel the wedding ceremony for your sake, David. But in any case, I do intend to break up with you. So, goodbye. Have a good life.
Wait! You can't just decide this on your own. I don't want to break up with you.
Yes, of course you don't. And the reason you want to stay with me is because of my income, isn't it?
Is there anything good about you besides your money? I sure don't see anything. You should be on your knees thanking me for even dating you. There are dozens of other women I could have if I want to.
I have no use for irresponsible, conceited men like you, David. You are truly useless. If there are actually some other women out there who want you, I will gladly give you to them. And if there really are that many of them, by all means, please go out and get them. Be my guest.
Now you're just being stubborn and argumentative.
I decided against us getting married even earlier than you did. And yet you were running around having a great time telling everyone that we were getting married, weren't you? Do you have any idea how ridiculous you looked doing that?
So, it looks like you never wanted to do it at all. And I was the only one who intended to get married.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate actually. You were all for doing the wedding until just recently. All the while not knowing that I had already canceled the chapel reservations.
Stop it! I look like such a fool. Like it was only me who was in love with you and that it wasn't mutual.
Yes, absolutely. You do look absolutely foolish.
You'd better not talk about me like that to others. If you do, I'll show you no mercy, you disgusting jerk.
Really? Who are you calling disgusting? You're the disgusting one, David. Your personality is ugly beyond words. And on top of that, you're good for nothing and totally irresponsible.
That's it. I've had enough. Fine, have it your way. We're through! However, just for the record, you didn't dump me, I dumped you.
Oh, give me a break. You must be trying to salvage some of your wounded pride. That's even more pathetic. But if you need to think about it that way, be my guest and do what you like. I can't say how everyone else will see it, though.
Oh, come on. Why are you spreading false information about our breakup?
What are you talking about?
Somehow, I've been portrayed as the loser in this situation. Did you have to say something inappropriate to someone I know?
Wait. Let me think. Oh, yeah, I did bump into someone you know while running errands. They asked about the wedding, and I just mentioned that there wouldn't be one.
Exactly. And the way you said it made it seem like I was the only one interested in getting married.
Right, they seemed a bit surprised by how I put it. You have to admit. It's a bit sad that you were excited about marriage while I had no intention of it.
That's a complete lie. You clearly went out of your way to tarnish my reputation and make me look bad.
Not really. I just spoke the truth when asked. I simply explained that we broke up and there won't be a wedding.
Yes, and there's something fishy about the whole story. Why does everyone think you dumped me? No matter what I say, people believe I was dumped.
Well, it's more fitting for me to be the dumper than the dumpee, don't you think? It's kind of your pattern, isn't it? It makes sense, doesn't it? People do say I'm a waste of time for you.
I can't understand why my reputation has become so negative. Always anticipating being dumped or something. All I hear are absurd rumors about me. Even my friends look down on me now, more than you do.
That's true, unfortunately. But it's because I'm not irresponsible like you, David. I'm dependable and trustworthy. I conduct myself responsibly. Do you even know what people say about you?
What do they say?
They say you're like my pet.
A pet?
I never saw you that way, though. Pets are precious and sometimes even in control. You're more like a pest that infested my house. Not a pet, just a creature I tolerated in my home.
Who are you calling a pest? Who? Remember, I'm the one who initiated this relationship.
It's time to stop this arrogant and delusional thinking. In reality, I ended things before you did. You're the one being dumped, David.
You're so heartless.
I recall how pleased you looked when you said you didn't want to go through with the wedding. You seemed quite satisfied to mess with me like that, huh? I bet you thought I'd cry, didn't you?
Shut your mouth.
You can't even manage your daily life without my income, you useless loser.
I managed just fine without you.
Even on dates, I always footed the bill. You'd say times were tough and rely on me.
I can handle everything perfectly without you.
Weren't you complaining about struggling to pay your credit card next month? That's what happens when you waste money on trivial things and save nothing.
Just be quiet. It's no longer your concern.
True. It's not my concern anymore, David. I'm done taking care of you.
That's fine, you witch. One day, you'll regret ending things with me.
My only regret is thinking of marrying a useless idiot like you, David. It's the biggest mistake I've made. I regret not breaking up with you as soon as you showed your true self.
What nonsense are you spewing?
I mean, you contributed nothing to me. Nothing at all. Not a thing. Frankly, marrying you wouldn't have been much different from being alone. So, I choose a life without baggage. Following that, David's persistent denial of being dumped persisted. He claimed he was the one who ended the relationship. However, his desperate and obsessive tone had the unintended effect of inviting mockery from others. He found himself subject to ridicule due to his exaggerated reaction and refusal to face reality. As anticipated, he struggled without my financial support, leading to the city shutting off his water supply due to unpaid bills. Consistently borrowing money from friends further damaged his reputation. On my end, a fresh start was in order. I decided to relocate to an entirely new area. Coincidentally, I also secured a new job that aligned with my desire for advancement. Seizing the opportunity, I now work for a reputable foreign corporation. This move has elevated my personal standing, drawing comments like "David wasn't up to your level." Many now regard the notion of marriage as solely David's misguided idea. A consensus has emerged that he lacks merit, a conclusion I had reached earlier. The reality is, he truly is without direction. My focus is on moving past this complexity promptly and finding someone mutually invested in our relationship. Such is my current aspiration.